Speaking of teams that stink, how about the Minnesota Vikings? I tried to tell you guys. Only bet I won this weekend on NFL football. Bengals +3. Easy. In overtime, they win. Wasn't Mike Zimmer supposed to be a defensive guru? Haven't we been saying that for 5 years? I think he had one good year where the defense was that great. And that was when Case Keenum was their quarterback and they made the NFC Championship game. Other than that, he's been terrible. This dude has got one of the longest leashes in the NFL. Here's what Cincinnati did against Mike Zimmer's, the new look defense. Hey, we're going to be better this year. Burrow, 20 of 27. You had a sophomore receiver, Higgins, running around you. You had the rookie receiver who complains that he's dropping balls because they're bigger in the NFL and they don't have the stripe. He tears you up for over 100 yards, a Hail Mary before the half, and a touchdown, 5 receptions. I mean, my goodness. The cornerbacks are terrible. Joe Mixon almost led the league in rushing in week 1 against your so-called back defense. Vikings, you head to Arizona next. Then you host the Seahawks. Then you host the Browns. You might very well be 0-4 by the end of week 4. Yikes. Zimmer should be one of the first coaches fired this year. I'm sorry. This is what, year 5 now? Kirk Cousins experiment. His numbers look fine, but he's still Kirk Cousins. He's not doing anything to help get this team over the Kirk Cousins threshold, take this team to the next step. Zimmer, bro. Tough go here. If you go 0-4, I don't know how that seat doesn't continue to get hotter. So you go to Arizona next. They obliterate the Titans. This game was over before it even started. Kyler Murray dancing around. He's running loops around the defense before he throws a dime. I had them as one of my stock risers because I didn't think we would expect that from the Cardinals. Team that nobody is talking about in the NFC West. They thought they were going to be the bottom of that division. Now they look like a playoff team. Hell, they beat a playoff team. Julio Jones, they made him look docile. 6 targets, 3 catches, 29 yards. Yeah, Julio, you really wanted to get out of Atlanta for that, for Tannehill barely getting you the ball. Interesting. So I thought that, sick Julio, good job. Derrick Henry couldn't do a thing. And that Cardinal defense looks scary. Chandler Jones, 5 sacks against one of the better left tackles in Taylor Lewan. 2 forced fumbles. You've got Jordan Hicks rushing up the middle. Other side, J.J. Watt. You've got Budda Baker. You've got Isaiah Simmons flying. You could put him anywhere on the defense. This Cardinals team is scary. And we'll see how bad they can make the Vikings look here in week 2. Urban Meyer, the savior, the head coach guru. He wins everywhere he goes, except when he goes to Houston, Texas, and he loses to probably one of the worst teams in the NFL. Wow. The Texans lead the AFC South. Who saw that coming? They're the only 1-0 team. Every other team lost. Trevor Lawrence had some flashes. The rookie quarterbacks overall. Of course, you had Lawrence. You had Trey Lance just for a cup of coffee throw his first touchdown pass. And the Niners win. Mac Jones looked good, but he fell short. Zach Wilson looked like a rookie quarterback in the first half, and then he was able to figure some stuff out, but still ended up losing. So again, Trevor Lawrence looked great with the 3 touchdowns. He looked not so great with the 3 picks to a very terrible Texans defense. So we'll see how Urban Meyer, is that team going to be any good? This was the worst team in football last year. You had Trevor Lawrence, you had Urban Meyer, and what's it get you? How about you lose as a road favorite in Houston to one of the worst teams in the NFL and Tyrod Taylor? How about this? Was this the shock of the week? What's your week 1 shocker, right? Because I did not have Green Bay putting up 3 points and allowing 5 touchdowns to famous Jameis Winston. I thought, I was laughing at my buddies who were saying Jameis for MVP now that he has Lasik. He's got to be near the top of the board. 5 touchdowns. I mean, basically did whatever he wanted against the Green Bay Packers, a team that's been in the NFC Championship the last 2 years or contending for it. Shocking to me. Jameis for MVP may be gaining some steam. But what should Sean Payton skate on this? Was he just a doofus last year? Like, what? You clearly had a better quarterback behind Taysom Hill, and you still went with him anyway. So should we be applauding Sean Payton, or should we be, kind of questioning, wait, why did it take so long for Jameis to get the starting job anyway? If he clearly was the better quarterback. I mean, you got a quarterback and then you got a tight end, and you started the tight end over Jameis Winston for so long. Now you finally make the change, and all of a sudden Jameis looks like the MVP. That was NFL week 1. Falcons stink. Dear